Have you ever imagined what life would be like without our animals? We all have some at home, whether that be cats, lizards, birds, dogs. Some of us don't really know what animal testing entails, what actually happens to them in labs. Here I am at Kindness Ranch in Hartville, Wyoming. They're an animal sanctuary that take in and foster out animals like Phil who are victims of animal testing in labs. Animal testing is cruel, outdated, and morally wrong. I made the connection. And humanity causes unnecessary harm to animals. Like poaching, for instance, it's completely for profit. According to the Huffington Post, over 20,000 species of plants and animals could go extinct within the next few centuries if we keep poaching the way we do. You may not be a poacher, but we do buy animal products that were tested all across the globe. There are many products made from animals. Gelatin, for instance, is made from horse hooves and bones. Red dye for makeup or food coloring is made from crushed beetles. And an anticoagulant called heparin is made from the intestines of cows or pigs. According to DoSomething.org, over 100 million animals in the US alone are crippled, burned, and mutilated just for testing purposes. Whether that be for potential carcinogens, makeup, or household cleaners, it doesn't matter. A lot of our makeup and our bodies are similar to animals, but that doesn't mean they're the same. According to DoSomething.org, over 92% of drugs that are tested on animals have failed in humans. And actually, we've created 85 vaccines for primates for HIV, but also didn't work in humans. Sounds like an expensive waste of time to me. Realizing this, so many companies have hopped on the natural bandwagon. There are plant-based alternatives for everything. If for dog food, for instance, if you have Iams, switch it out with the Natural Kitchen. If you use Maybelline, switch it out with e.l.f. or NYX. Laundry detergents are one of the big ones that they have. There's a ton of cleaners specifically that have whole brands for them, like 7th Generation or Method. They're all plant-based and they work really well. That's what I use at my house. Vivisection also kind of ties in with everything else. They use products that are for animals, but they test them on animals first. So for foods, they make this animal, eat it, and then they kill him, and then they go through his organs to make sure that they actually put these benefits on the package to say, yes, it's helped digestion, yes, it's helped their allergies, yes, it's helped their muscle mass, which doesn't need to happen. That's kind of regarding the whole basis of animal products and what we want for our pets at home. With the technology that we have today, vivisection isn't needed. We have skin cells that we use. There's also synthetic skin that scientists have created for cosmetic use or injections or anything like that. They also came up with a microchip. There's this very, very small microchip that they made from Harvard Weiss Institute, and they're trying to put all of our 10 organs inside one microchip, because right now it's kind of separated, but their goal is to do it all in one. So that way, for anything, whatever that be medical, household cleaning, whatever we're going to test badly to, they can use the same thing for everything. So it takes out a lot of money, it takes out a lot of time, it takes out a lot of differences when it comes to animals' bodies and human bodies. So regardless, we're always going to be testing on humans and how we're specifically reacting to whatever they're testing. So I think that's really cool that they made this thing. Geraldine Hamilton, quote, said, "This advanced technology is the beginning of a revolution in the way that we study human biology. This ability to bioemulate the human organ microenvironment through microengineering, combined with automated instrumentation that permits molecular scale analysis in real time, allows us to replicate, analyze, and predict human responses in a truly unique and powerful way." It's 2018, people. Wake up and smell that technology. People may not know of all these advances in technology that we have, and that's okay. That's why I'm here telling you about these products and why we don't need animal testing anymore. We've kind of had a tradition of doing the same things the same way, but right now we don't need to do that anymore. There's no reason that we need to use animals for anything anymore with all of the skin cells and the things that we use specifically on humans. It saves up a lot of time and money. PETA.org made this poll asking if people agreed or disagreed with animal testing, and about 51% disagreed with it, but that other 49 said they only agreed with it because of medical purposes. So as I've discussed before, that's not necessary. Through research and education, maybe those 49% of people would change their mind. We are capable of ridding the world of animal cruelty. We don't need animal testing anymore. With all these technology advances, none of this is necessary. The HumaneSociety.org said that they found this one clinic in Louisiana. The FDA went in and researched their labs and their clinics and find over 300 violations according to the AWA, the Animal Welfare Act, and they ended up shutting this clinic down. Some of the animals actually self-mutilated themselves because of the stress they were under. We've actually cured cancer in mice for decades now. According to National Cancer Institute Director Dr. Richard Klausner, it's possible, but when we switched it to humans, it no longer worked. At some point, we have to realize just because we've been doing things the same way doesn't make it right. I know the US is a consumerist country. We love our cars, we love our money, we love going out to eat because we don't want to cook. I'm the same way. Like, I can't deny that. But when it comes to the products that we buy, I feel like we kind of just go back and buy the same thing instead of try out new things. You know, it's easier. It doesn't take as much time at the grocery store. We can just get in, get out. Nobody really likes grocery shopping. But when it comes to animal testing and examples of like these, it would be better for our country as a whole. If we moved past tradition and we started researching, like we said, it would give us a better understanding. It would give us a more clean environment, a more cruel-free environment. And I know I don't want to bring that home. And I don't know why anyone else would want to either. As we've discussed, there are several alternatives to animal testing products. Everything's plant-based now. Whether or not you think about it, if you just go into your Walmart or your Target, I'm sure you can find something. I know it took me a little bit to get used to it, but I have an app. I do a little bit of research sometimes. It takes a few minutes, sometimes, even a few seconds. You can just look at the label and sometimes it'll tell you, but other times you might need to pick up your phone and do a little quick Google search. But to me, it's all worth it in the end. I'm not bringing animal testing home. I don't have that on my conscience. I don't want to be a part of something that in turn harms creatures for no reason. I know I wouldn't want my animals to be put in a situation like that. I couldn't imagine if any of my dogs went into something like that. So in conclusion, animal testing is cruel, outdated, and morally wrong. After a few facts that I've given you, maybe it'll give you something to think about tonight. Maybe the next time you go grocery shopping, you'll remember this and think twice. Do that research. You won't regret it.